In October 2015, the International Land Coalition Asia met in Chiang Mai, Thailand for its Regional Assembly and Knowledge Exchange Program.
Or your colleague that you come together or the King's Hill. When we leave, there are always abundance of
The International Land Coalition was founded in 1995 with a transformative vision for land governance and to empower the rural poor. It is a global alliance of civil society and intergovernmental organizations working together to put people at the center of land governance. It is guided by its shared vision of a just, equitable, and inclusive world in which land rights are secure, poverty is eradicated, and contribute to identity, dignity, and inclusion. It is rapidly expanding and has grown into a coalition of 207 members, representing 64 countries from Africa, Asia, Europe, Middle East, Latin America, and international organizations. Members represent farmers, indigenous communities, women, and civil society organizations. The Regional Assembly shared the biggest challenges they had to overcome, as well as the most important achievements they made in the implementation of the previous strategy.
The most significant achievements is we implemented two projects. One is on the land matrix. So AFA is the Asia focal point for this global land monitoring initiative called the Land Matrix. And also we implemented the project on the popularization of the voluntary guidelines for the governance of tenure, or the VGGT, in 3 countries in Asia.
From 2010-2015, we implement 3 main activities. One is draft legal rights of Mongolian pastoralist herders. And then secondly, we try to influence by that law, by lobbying at national level, advocacy and lobbying of that draft of legal. And lastly, we try to test, to implement the bottom-up management of pastoral by involving communities, pastoralist groups by themselves, to draw their plan by themselves and implement it by themselves and make decision by themselves.
We have developed a lot of maps that have been used by communities to fight the extractive industry that has come in to destroy their territories. We've been able to support many communities in filing claims, and we've been able to support many communities in developing their own ancestral domain management plan with the data that has been secured through the support of the ILC.
Regarding the land reform, that is included in the Constitution. That's the first, it's a big achievement. Second is the land reform 6th Amendment that is recently endorsed by Parliament. That's really given the rights to the tenant people. And third one is the recently government of Nepal endorsed the land use policy, which land rights movements and CSRC is basically advocating to formulate the land use policy and implement on this. Then the fourth one is the during 2011 to 16, the government announced the joint ownership of men and women.
Establishing women as farmers and then encouraging these women through training, developing their capacities. We campaigned to make people realize that no woman is a witch. We promoted women's marriage registration and we promoted literacy for the adult women who are illiterate, so that they are not deprived because of their illiteracy.
So of the good cooperation between the CSO and the CSO and the government, which is involved with the land governance issue in Cambodia.
We were able to build more partnership with civil society organizations and also with UN agencies. So with ILC support, we were able to conduct case studies on these issues and came out with a publication which we also used in presenting the concerns of indigenous peoples.
Young women become a leader, in their community. They can improve and increase knowledge in their community related with the land right issue, and they can promote for the gender related to land right issue in their communities.
Ultimately, whatever we do at the grassroots level, that finally needs the commitment of the government. So buying in government into our initiatives, protecting land of the marginalized and poor folks, including women and indigenous people, that is the biggest challenge, because land is highly political and it needs highest level of political commitment of the government. That is the challenge we have been facing.
As I'll say, bigger challenges privatization of animals, land state-owned, so participation of heritage for the decision making and their participation for their rights. I think it's big achievements that we have during the last period of 5 years' time.
The big challenge is we cannot solve the land conflict at a short time or period. One day took long time and they spend a lot of money, they spend a lot of time, and in addition, in terms of advocacy on the policy formulation, it also takes some time.
Lack of interest in government and domination of landlords in the parliament, who block any attempt of land reforming, and lack of transparencies and the access of the authentic information from the government.
Biggest problems that indigenous peoples face is that they are invisible. They are not given the proper recognition that they are the managers of their territory. Then that is a big challenge, to continue working with many communities, empowering them and building their capacity to map and document their own territories.
The other hope is that the members will be able to come out with a stronger, cohesive actions at all levels.
I have positively hope that land governance will come up as main political agenda in the country.
What I see the hope of the next strategy, the land issue in Cambodia, it's especially the people from the community, they can claim their rights to own the land, and also the hope of Cambodian government might respond the need to the Cambodian people who face the challenge, especially the Cambodian government deeply reform about the land policy. In this case, I do hope that the conflict between the community and the powerful and the company will be resolved for the people.
Well, the new strategy that was approved last May 2015 have greater focus in terms of interventions at the country level. I think that's a major difference with the old one. While the previous one talks also on country interventions, I think there's more emphasis to have a coherent approach at the country level, and the adoption of the people-centered land governance framework, which outlines 10 commitments on pursuing responsible land governance, I think defines better what the coalition aims to do in the next 5 years.
For the vision for Asia, I think we will having new vision, because for Asia region we will having for the Southeast Asia we will having ASEAN integration, and then for the Southeast Asia we will having the involvement of similar cooperation in South Asia region, meaning SAARC. And for Central Asia countries we will also have pasture and mining in the Central Asia will also growing. So based on this new regional formation in 3 sub-regions, we will interpret the new strategy for this region. So for the last initiatives that we would like to know, that we would like to extend to the members in this region is educate the people and also engage better with the new initiatives of ILC, and also engage with the sustainable development goals that will be some of the regional, international perspective of the members in this region. So that's all from my side.
These are the 10 commitments we make as ILC members in the work that we do. These are the things that we will work towards. And in our new strategy, this has become the center of our strategy. And these 10 commitments say, if we want to change the world as far as land governance goes, if we want to change the way that the land rights of communities, of women and of men are recognized, these are the 10 areas where we will, not just where we need to make a change, but where as ILC we commit to work together to making that change.
We prioritize 3. The first is equal land rights for women. And the second is secure territorial rights for IPs. And the third one is effective action against land grabbing. That's our commitment for the next 3 years for ILC.
So for LRD, it is commitment 3, 4, and then 9. For these 6 organizations, we are working in Central Asia now, and we are the members, and 3 of them new in ILC, as you know. We identify for ourselves next 3 main commitment. This is the 6, 7, 8.
Our commitments are as follows. For the commitment 2, CSRC and NLRF will work on, and for the commitment number 4, CSRC, NLRF and Abhiyan Nepal will work, and 7 is committed by CSRC and Kolarp. Similarly, 6 by MORE and CDS, 5th by Abhiyan and Kolarp.
For our Cambodian commitment, Star Cambodia choose number 4, 7, 8 and 9.
We are really committed to this commitment number 1, secure tenure rights.
साना किसानहरूलाई बलियो सशक्त र उनीहरूको क्षमता विकास गर्न.
Without land, there is no small farming.
My commitment is to work for establishing equal land rights for women.
My commitment is equal land rights for women.
For indigenous peoples, which is commitment 5, we need collective action on the ground to secure land rights for indigenous peoples and local communities.
I am supporting commitment 6, locally managed ecosystems.
To work for inclusive decision making. So we make sure that the interests and the voices of farmers are brought to the national level, to the regional level, up to the global level.
And I am supporting the commitment, this transparent and accessible information.
That is where we say we will oppose land grab without free, prior, informed consent. We want to ensure that all human rights defenders, all those who are fighting for people's rights, indigenous peoples, they must be defended and protected, and there should be laws and international treaties to protect the land right defenders.
ILC should keep supporting members through financial means and technical support.
Now we are 6 members in Nepal. It's a NEST member, ILC members. We have it's a coordination committee coordinating all the members. And then we have a quarterly meeting for the common plan, for the common like the it's a monitoring activities. And we develop one common proposals to not only the ILC, it's for other stakeholders, so that we are working with the government and other stakeholders, not only the specific organizations as ILC members and the NEST members. We are basically facilitating collectively.
Networking more, sharing experiences more, and implementation of ILC 10 commitments at reality at national and local levels. So together, working together, let's fight for the rights of poor, rights of women, rights of heritage and pastoral indigenous groups.
The ILC Asian team should be the platform for information exchange. The ILC team should be the one who should coordinate our work, because the important thing is that we NGOs, we members in Asia should be working together. While we come from different countries, we become stronger if we are together. There are so many similarities in our experience, and it is very important that we learn from each other, both the failures and successes. And the ILC Asia team plays a major role in realizing this.
I would like to say that I really support all these 10 commitments, all the points in the strategy of ILC, because it's what is included there. All these points are very important for our life, and if we will work together, all ILC members, if we will share our experience, if we will distribute our good practices through the world, we can achieve all these goals. All 10 commitments are very close to my work that I am doing, and they're open and transparency, acceptable information give us the new opportunity to share with other ILC members as well. Let's keep this cooperation, let's keep together, let's be stronger and together we can achieve our goals together.
Networking more, sharing experiences more. Let's fight for the rights of poor, rights of women, rights of heritage and pastoral indigenous groups.
We need collective action on the ground to secure land rights for indigenous peoples and local communities.
Solidarity with landless farmers will bring sustainable development and automatically food security.
Moving forward, do not look back, because the future is there for us to take. So keep on moving on.
We work, focus at the country level and rise together as ILC Asia, One Asia team.
Continue to work together as a regional platform.
Together we can achieve.
But start now.
Let's go, ILC Asia! Land rights now!
Land rights now!